Hi everyone, it's Susan. Welcome to Catherine Pooler Design's Unsinkable release video hop. As soon as I saw this release, I knew I was going to make a shaker card. But if you look close, you can see it looks like there's water in that window. That's what I'm going to show you today. Okay, so have a look at this. See how it squishes around there? It's not a flat window sheet. There's movement. I got that with the Dippity-Doo hair gel. Found that at the dollar store for like $2. And while you're there, you grab yourself some bags as well. They come in different sizes. Just choose the one that's right for the opening that you make in your card. And then, of course, all the stamping I did was with vitamin C stamp set and the die set as well. And those beautiful sequins there, they're called the Big Sur Sequin Mix. So here's the big secret. Open up one of those bags, squirt a bit of that hair gel. See there? There's not a lot in there. Depending on the size of the bag you have, it will depend on how much hair gel you put in there. Squeeze out the air, seal it shut, and you've got yourself an ocean of water to put in your shaker card. So I'm not going to talk much about the stamping, but I will show you bits and pieces of it. This is how I did the background. Yeah, used some brown inks, inked it up, the hardwood background stamp, and then sponged some darker shades all around the edges to give it more dimension. Just cut out my circle and sponged the edges of the circle on the inside, and then made sure my bag was going to fit. This next part is really important. Make sure your adhesive covers the complete circle, and then go around the outer edge of the card as well. You want a good solid coverage. Now you get to adhere that piece to the bag. Just line it up so that nothing's showing on the outer edges. Seal it, press it down a little bit, and check this out. Look at those tiny little bubbles. It's just the coolest thing. I love it. Okay, so cover the back in adhesive again. Add some craft foam, or if you have that adhesive tape with the foam tape, use that. And you need a little bit of dimension. You want some as thick as your bag is. You might have to add a double layer. You might not. That'll depend on how thick your bag is. I chose a patterned paper from the Salt and Seaweed patterned paper pack. Cut a piece to fit behind that window. And then I had a bunch of pre-stamped images already done from the vitamin C stamps and die set. So I'm using those to figure out my view that I want to see through the window. Okay, so here's a little tip. Use that same die you used to cut out the circle for the window to make sure that all your images are going to fit within that circle. So what you see through that is what you're going to see on the card. So when you're happy with the scene that you've created, grab some liquid glue and start adhering your pieces to that background piece. You can see that I've kept my circle die on the scene. That helps me to make sure that when I'm adhering the pieces down, I've got it within that circle. Okay, so now I'm going to add some sequins. What I did is just add little drops of glue all over the scene, and then just brought the sequins over to the glue and stuck them on there. Another tip, what I did on the first card I made, what you could do is before you seal that bag shut, the bag of hair gel, throw a few sequins in there, and then they'll move around with the hair gel. That works as well. Okay, so now that you've got that finished, adhere your shaker part to the scene you just created. And then you can adhere that whole piece to your card base. Okay, so this next part, I use the Catherine Pooler circle dies again, the one that I used to make the opening, and the next biggest one, I use that to cut a circle frame out of white cardstock. To make this easier to do, I held the piece with some tweezers and then dabbed it just pressed it into my Versamark ink pad till it was all covered. Okay, once it's covered, I used the Wow Black Magic embossing powder. This stuff it's pretty cool. It's got all kinds of little pieces in there, little bits that sparkle. Cover your frame with that, heat set it with your drawing tool, and you'll see the magic happen. Use some liquid glue to add this to your card. And then to help hold that in place, put a big stamping block over top of it, and that'll help it set. Now I finished this card off with a sentiment from the same stamp set. I stamped it with Versamark ink, embossed it in white onto black cardstock, and then a couple little pieces that I had left over from all my stamped pieces from the vitamin C set, and that card is finished. So as you can see, it wasn't a hard technique at all. Pretty quick and easy, right? So as I mentioned earlier, this is a video hop, Catherine Pooler's Unsinkable release video hop to be exact, and there are prizes, so leave a comment below for your chance to win a $25 gift certificate to Catherine's store. And I've linked to the next stop in the comments below. So thanks for stopping by, good luck, and I'll see you soon.